everybody. I just wanted to stop in. This is Star from the No Grades Classroom. Things are going to be changing this year. I am teaching only 3 English classes, my AP Lit class and my 2 newspaper classes, which of course I will be broadcasting live from time to time, just to give you guys an inside look of what happens inside my space when I'm talking with kids. And in addition to that, I will be working with teachers this year. I'm very excited to announce that I helped my school rewrite their assessment policy with the support of my principal and the other administrators. And essentially what I'm going to be helping them with is adopting this new policy in their classrooms. I'm really excited about the opportunity to share what I learned last year while I was taking that first step to the No Grades Classroom, helping kids shift their mindset, helping parents. And this year I have a new crop of students, a little bit more experience, things that I'll definitely be changing, and things that I will be keeping the same. My AP class is quite large, as are my newspaper classes. The way that they restructured everything, it is what it is. Those of you who work in cities or other places where schools are rather packed, you understand that class sizes are up to 34 kids. Maybe some of you even have bigger classes than that, but that's the cap for New York City, 34. I'm a little concerned because my classroom, it's tight with that many kids in it, especially since they're 17 and 18-year-olds and I only have a certain number of desks and spaces. And when we do group projects, it certainly gets a little unwieldy with that many kids because I can't meet with every group in every class period. But it's okay, we're going to make it work. We have to be positive about these things because I think part of being a successful teacher is looking at the reality of your situation and being able to find a solution that works in your space. Because although we are always working to change the system and everything that's in it, as we are working on that system, we still need to function for the best possible way for the kids that are functioning in it right now. So instead of getting angry and complaining about all the things to them or even at school, it's really important that we find ways to make class learning time as effective and efficient as possible. So those of you who were saying to me last year, how could you possibly do conferences and classes? I have so many kids. I have so many kids too. It's just about planning. It's making sure that you do a lot of the pre-work before you sit down to do the conferences. So using those Google Forms and making sure kids really think about the kind of help they want from you and you really thinking about the information you want from them, because the time really needs to be used smartly. And I put a post up on the blog yesterday, working smarter, not harder. And I think when we start making these major risks, taking them in our spaces, sometimes it feels like we're working a lot harder because the risks are so big. And we are working harder for a little bit, but once the system sort of gets moving, then things start to flow. So I'm really hoping that this year the flow kind of happens a little better. I'm hoping to do these broadcasts a couple times a week. Once I meet the kids, once I see what's going on, once I see what's going on. I think that the shift is also going to be for those instructional coaches for you guys out there. I'm going to have lots of questions. My biggest fear right now is that I'm in a school that I've been in for 9 years. I've functioned as a teacher in those 9 years, and although I've been in a helping capacity in a lot of different ways, whether it was being on the PD committee or being a part of the portfolio committee, whatever it was, I think it's really important that I gain the trust of my colleagues in this new position, because I'm not going to be able to do any good whatsoever if I can't get them to let me help them. I am not in any way going to be keeping records for my administration. I'm not going to be doing anything in an administrative capacity. My goal is to help every teacher find their best teacher qualities and enhance them in a way that's going to be meaningful for kids so that our school as a whole could be a little bit more cohesive. So those are my goals for this year. Small ones, I know. And I'm hoping that all of you could kind of send in your questions. I'm always looking for topics that you guys kind of want me to cover. Those of you who follow the YouTube videos, those of you who follow me on Twitter or my blogs, I would love for you to just kind of send me a tweet. Let me know what you want me to write about. Over the next couple of weeks, I'll probably also be promoting the work that I did this summer, which was really exciting. I finished my book for ISCD, which is all about student reflection. So those of you who are interested in having a systematic, meaningful way of teaching your kids to reflect and assess, there's going to be an ARIA coming out with ISCD at the end of October. Pretty soon they should have a website up. I'll be sharing that link out to everybody. And there'll be a webinar that goes with it, so that if you're interested in getting the book and if you're interested in really helping your kids with that practice, there is a short, easy read that hopefully you will find useful. The next one is Hacking Assessment, which I'm really quite proud of. Mark Barnes has been a great supporter and a great colleague to be working with. And we put up the second book in the Hack Learning series. The first was Hacking Education, mine's Hacking Assessment, which is all about getting rid of grades in a traditional school, the workarounds. How can you do it even when no one else is doing it? And that comes out at the end of November, which I'm really excited about. And the last one, which was the end of my summer work, is my questioning book, which is all about teaching students to question. Putting the power of the inquiry in the kids' hands instead of the teacher's hands. And that one's coming out at the end of December. I have so much gratitude for the folks who contributed to all of those books and those of you out there who read them before they were finished. Thank you all so much for everything you do to support me. I'm so grateful. So welcome back, New York City teachers and everybody else going back today. And I hope to find a regular time to be broadcasting from the car. Hope everyone has a super awesome day.